Hi guys, and welcome to today's video where I'll be taking you along on the journey of moving my geckos. Now it's a week before I actually make that big move, so I wanted to just sort of prepare. So I've got two boxes. I think at the most we'll probably move 2 geckos at a time. If you are going on a longer journey, I would recommend looking up other YouTubers who have done longer journeys with their reptiles, because frankly, mine are going in the car for a few minutes. Like, it's nothing extreme. If you were going on longer journeys, I know you can use the hand warmers. Some people use that to heat the geckos. Some people use the actual reptile heat pads that you can just pop in things. People do that when they ship reptiles as well, so that's something you can do. Since my geckos are only going for a very short period of time in these tubs, they are probably just going to have some paper towel in there. So the other night I actually size tested these, and Minnie fit really well in this tub. However, I had a green one which was a bit smaller, and I thought it might do for the Crested Gecko or Chahoua. Unfortunately, it's a bit small. I always underestimate how big Lyra actually is. So what we've actually done is we have this size tub and then the bigger size. So plenty of room. Only one gecko is going in the tub at the time. And all I need to do now is add in some air holes. Okay, so here's the situation. Drogo's getting to move first because we want to get the glass tanks down first, because they are going to be the heaviest. They have driftwood, they're bioactive, they're glass, so they're going to be a lot heavier. So I've taken off all his lights and everything, so it's easy to move. We have the narrowest stairs, so this is going to be tricky. I don't know where Drogo is, because ideally I want to get him out, but I have a feeling he's in this cork hide. So once we take this glass tank off, I'll be able to see him and sort of get him out. If I don't film the actual moving of tanks, that's because I'm helping move them. Okay, Drogo's tank is loaded in the back and we're heading to the house. So Diego's now in. We realised that when the blind's up, the sun comes in, and I do have to put a net up to diffuse that, but what we're going to probably do is cover this side, so no sun touches the tank, because I don't like sun pitching into the tank. This tank looks really dirty. I need to clean the glass. That's something I need to do once I'm in. But we at least have one gecko in. Okay, second gecko over here is Lyra. We're just going to bring her tank up the stairs. So now we're going to release Lyra. You want to pop out, or shall I get you out? Okay, you can pop out. You can go on your snake plant. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Okay, no. We've already had Drogo leap out onto the floor, so they're a bit agitated, as you can imagine. What we're going to do though, we're going to keep the blind down in here. Obviously their lights will come on at a normal time, but we're just going to leave them to it. We're not going to get them out today, just only to spray them. Okay, so now it's Gizmo's turn to move. What I'm going to do is take out her water dish and her slate and rocks and anything that can sort of move around, and obviously her. This should be slightly easier to move. We'll move Minnie as well. The only problem is Minnie has a tendency to lay between the rocks, and I think that's what she's doing right now, so I'm going to have to be really careful when deconstructing this. Also, I've already turned off the lighting and heating about half an hour ago, so it should be a bit, cooled down. We have Minnie and Gizmo. We're heading over. So we're over here. I've set up Minnie's tank, but I'm trying to remember how Gizmo's rocks went. I do actually have loads of spare bits of slate and rock, so maybe she's going to have a little change up. We've got the situation going on. It looks very clunky, but the next upgrade will probably go to Gizmo, so this won't be sort of her permanent, this is just temporary. But I figured actually, because she always goes to the back of her cave, there's an opportunity here to come out and, have heat, but also get a bit of UV. The water bowls have been washed out, but we need to bring over the gecko's water. I just give them sort of bottled water. So that's coming over in a second. But now I'm going to put in Minnie. Thank you, Minnie. Thank you. What I've noticed with Drogo and Lyra is they're obviously extra wary, a bit skittish. So I'm going to just leave them to settle in and sort of readjust. That was quite an experience at like 14 years old. Well done you. Let's pop you in. Now, Gizmo still has a heat mat, whereas Minnie has a deep heat projector. But as I said, I want Gizmo to be the next upgrade. Now that is a new water dish, hence why it looks bone dry. So that will be filled up in a second. We're just parking up with Diego. Okay. I couldn't film getting that out of the house and into this one because honestly it took 3 or 4 of us struggling. That is the heaviest tank. Now it does have obviously drainage and soil, which makes up to 40 kilograms just that, but we're meant to be having another one that size and 2 short ones up here, and this is going to be on a 6-inch platform, so this is why that's when all these plugs line up. But my goodness, that was difficult. Now I need to set up all his lighting. This whole room is full of stuff. I have way too much stuff and this is very stressful. Okay, lighting and heating on now to reconstruct his tank. Diego! You're gonna scarper off, aren't you? Yeah, you're not happy with me. Look, try a little bit of heat, a little bit of light. Are you just gonna plop off the back? See, he's got different ways that he's learnt to like, see, run away. Oh, he always throws himself off that. But this may have been altered, so I wanna sit here and rest. But I have so much, this is just one room. There's so much to sort out. So what I'll do, I'll come back once everything is somewhat sorted and show you how the geckos are doing. So I just popped home, or my family's home, to show you the reptile room whilst it's empty. So this is where, you know, everything started. Over here we would have Minnie and Ziggy. Over here we had Lyra, then we had Gizmo and Drogo and Diego, my TV, and we just slept on a mattress on the floor, but my sister's moving up here, so this is her bed frame. But yeah, we had this big window and it's quite echoey in here now. The only problem with this room is even though it's got a lot of floor space, like this is smaller than me, like I can only walk up to about here because it's in the attic and we have like little doors to the loft. But yes, I thought I'd quickly show you what this looked like because whenever I do like a reptile room tour, of course it was my bedroom as well, so I didn't really want to show everyone everything. But now it's empty, you can see it. So it's the next day and I'm going to feed the geckos. Now you can use whatever vitamins you use. I would recommend maybe doing a multivitamin because that will help boost them after the stress of a journey. I'm just using this. Come on, you can come out. That's it. Oh, you got the little thing. Come on. Come on. So it's safe to say Diego has not lost his appetite. It would be cool if he comes out more. Sometimes if he's in this hide, he'll come all the way out here, chase the food. But, you know, it might just be because it's a new environment. No, don't look like she's interested. I am feeding her earlier than I usually would. It could be that. It might just be she's still a little bit stressed. So I'll try again tomorrow. Now we're trying Minnie, who tends to have quite a decent appetite. I'll get some tongs. I like to use different tongs for different geckos. So these aren't the angled ones, but... Oh! What's that? Yeah, there you go. Okay, so Minnie's good. She's having some food. Minnie always has such an awesome appetite. Now, I don't often offer my... Ooh! Do you know what? If Lyra eats an insect, that is a shocker. Wow, that's actually perfect. So was going to get them Pangea tonight, but I was like, you know what, I'll try a mealworm whilst I'm here. So I brought Drago out of his tank because he's actually on the glass door. Don't worry, that heat lamp behind him is not on, hasn't been on for hours. But I don't know, he doesn't seem interested. He's really weird because he loves his insects some days, but other days he's just like, why are you even near me? I thought I'd finish off these mealworms with Lyra. I'm so glad I decided to go with like a vinyl floor in here rather than carpet, because I've just been reminded of how much vitamins, you know, they just drop on the floor, but instead of staining the carpet, I can actually sweep it up. There will be a reptile room tour sort of transformation video. It's probably going to be in 2 parts. The second part will probably only come once I have all the tank upgrades, but if you want to see the room go from like a regular kind of dingy old bedroom when we moved in to the reptile room as it is right now, that video will be coming soon, so make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss that. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. As I said, if you're traveling further and you need more tips in terms of heating all the animals and storing them, and you know, you're doing one big journey with all your animals, I would recommend checking out channels who have more animals who are moving. We only moved literally a few minutes. So anyway, thank you for watching, guys, and goodbye.